M0FXB, good morning. I'm just here with my FT3 at the moment. Now I thought I'd show you what I do when I fire up my PC sometimes. So if you look at the screen now, we've got some tabs open. So we've got the All-Star Micro Hub control panel, which I will tend to use on just making sure you can see everything. On my Bofeng 888, we had just then the open spot 3 on the Yaesu FT3D. Which is connected now to America Link. Now let's look what else we've got up here. We've got my other node as well, which is, I have two nodes here. One is homemade and one is from G7RPG. Now, what I liked about making the homemade one is I really learnt the nuts and bolts of how it all works. Because you don't just have to program, build the thing, but you have to program the Bofeng that's in it. You have to put the image. You have to put the image in from All-Star, and then you have to configure it, configure the Raspberry Pi. So, you really learn a lot. So that's why I'm glad I did it. And then even configuring Supermon, there was some. I had to go into Win SCP and set that up as well. I'm still new to it, really. So now, anyway, we've got a couple of Pi-Star hotspots here. I tend to go into my router and look for Pi-Star IP addresses. So if you look here, this is a route. I bought this router separate. It plugs into my main router, and this gives me almost like a sub-router. So it's called a Mercosys AC12. And so all the IP addresses anything to do with my radios, I linked this router. It was only like £20, and it has 2.4G, but also has the 5G as well. So I connect my TVs to it. And as you can see here, we've got, this is my number 2 All-Star node. I've got my open spot. There's the micro hub, so that'll be G7RPG's node. Then we've got, at the moment, 2 hotspots, 2 jumbo hotspots, Pi-Star zeros on DMR and DSTAR at the moment. Then, phone, I'm not even sure what that one is. So this is how I tend to find things. You can use something like IP Scanner to find stuff, scan, but I find that it doesn't always tell you which one is live, so you have to fish a little bit. But you download Advanced IP Scanner, click Scan, and you can find all your IP addresses on that network. So anyway, there's one on here I haven't actually opened up yet, and that is the DMR one. So because we've got this one here on 105. So if we go here, 192 in the browser, .168.1.103, enter. And that's found my DMR hotspot. So I just turn that up.
Papa India Star. A similar situation here, Joe, in Norway. Everything is locked down everywhere.
So hopefully you can see that. That's my Anytone 878.
Coming into the hospital. So everything was now, and government advice stay indoors. That's the best way.
So that's my Anytone 878. These are all the radios that I recommend. I know it's a lot of radios, but like this is my only hobby. This is what I do. I don't do anything else. I don't drive flash cars or I I have no other hobby apart from this, and I do exercise as a I suppose that's a hobby. To me, that's an essential part of life. So I get the radios that I know are good and recommended. So that's your DMR one. Now on DSTAR, I actually would recommend the ICOM ID51. That's the one I would recommend, to be honest, as a good value. You know, get one second hand for about £170, and you've got a very, very good DSTAR radio. But I use the Kenwood D74, which is it's a super duper DSTAR radio with a super duper price. But I thought, well, I'm only going to buy it once. So here it is here. We'll get it into DR mode. Try and get it into DR mode. AB. Well, let's just... There you go. There's no one actually talking at the moment, but I just keyed it up on Reflector 1 Charlie, naughty me. So if we look at our... Yeah, if you look here on our Pi-Star dashboard, I could give a call out and see if someone will come back to me. Mike 0, Fox X-Ray Bravo. Mike 0, Fox X-Ray Bravo, calling on 1 Charlie for a contact. Let's see, we'll give it a go.
TW0GBY. Still there, Andreas?
Yeah. There you go, and I can click on the call sign as well. And if it's on there, I'll get it. Yeah, Roger, I just thought I'd give a call through on 1 Charlie. Yeah, long time no talk. I wonder how you're keeping. I'm just on my handheld Kenwood THD74 with a cup of tea, playing a bit of radio.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. I have a sore throat. Well, it's sounding okay. I can't describe the audio. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's different to what you usually sound like. Yeah, still at it. Lots of things on the go. Making models of all kinds and woodworking and struggling to buy things. Absolutely ridiculous. This country's gone terrible.
Right, well, I'll end the stream, but I just thought I'd quickly do that. So have a look, tell me what you think. 7-3, all the best.